أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام را تلك آيات الكتاب المبين إنا أنزلناه قرآنا عربيا لعلكم تعقلون نحن نقص عليك أحسن القصص بما أوحينا إليك هذا القرآن وإن كنت من قبله لمن الغافلين إذ قال يوسف لأبيه يا أبت إني رأيت 11 كوكبا والشمس والقمر رأيتهم لي ساجدين صدق الله العظيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. My dear respected brothers, elders, listeners, the verses of the Holy Quran that are recited are the opening verses from Surah Yusuf. Surah Yusuf is a Makki surah revealed to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam towards the end time of the Meccan period when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam needed comfort. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this surah unto Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. If we look at the order, Surah Yunus, Surah Hud, Surah Yusuf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions first story which comes in Surah Yunus. In Surah Yunus, Yunus alayhi salam left the people. They realized a mistake. Yunus alayhi salam came back. They accepted his message. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala freed them from punishment. Then we have Surah Hud. Surah Hud, Hud alayhi salam remained within his people. He invited them. They rejected him. They rejected the message. Allah punished them. Surah Yusuf, where Yusuf alayhi salam was betrayed by his own. And then later he came back and he was the minister and the king of Egypt. So we have this punishment that is being mentioned. Then there's hope. And this is the balance that we have. We should fear Allah's punishment and we should have hope in Allah's mercy. Al-Iman bayn al-khawfi wal-raja'. Iman is between hope and fear. We should not be one-sided that is only fear. But we should have hope in Allah's mercy. If we do something wrong, Allah will forgive us. This story on Surah of Yusuf alayhi salam until today, one of the most studied surah and lessons that can be learned from this in our day-to-day life. When was this surah revealed unto Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam? When the time the chief of his tribe was Abu Talib, his uncle. He had passed away. And the new chief of the tribe was Abu Lahab, who was also his uncle. But Abu Lahab, the amount of grief that Abu Lahab had given to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, no one had. And he was his own uncle, his dad's brother. The amount of grief that he had given to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, no one had. There's a surah in the Quran called Surah Al-Lahab, which is dedicated to the punishment. It was not only him, his wife was part of this also. And Allah dedicated a surah mentioning about them being in the hereafter, of them being in the fire of hell. So his uncle Abu Talib had passed away. He did not accept Islam, but he supported him a lot. Throughout his life, he supported Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And there, his second supporter, Hazrat Khadija radiallahu anha, his beloved wife, who supported him financially from beginning. She had also passed away. Within a few months' gap, two of his supporters had passed away. The Mufassirin, those that write, or the Seerah books, they name the year in which this happened Am al-Huzn, the year of grief. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had so much grief in that year. Supporters, both of them have passed away. That the year is called Am al-Huzn. And from the Meccans, they increased the torture, persecution, grief more after Abu Talib had passed away. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam went out to the people of Ta'if. If they listen to this message and accept, but rather than listening, they attacked him personally. One of the most difficult, or the difficult time that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had. Blood from his body that flowed profusely. So much blood from his body, and they had done a personal attack on him. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam went to Ta'if, all these things that have happened, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this surah then, where Allah is mentioning, look, Yusuf alayhi salam in his early stage, then the middle stage, and then the end stage, where Allah was telling Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that, look, this time has come now, but there will be a time where you will be victorious. There will be a time where you will be the leader and rule all of Arabia. That time will come, and Allah revealed this surah that, look at Yusuf alayhi salam in his early stage, what had happened. The surah begins in juz number 12 and it ends in juz number 13. In para number 12, the trials that Yusuf alayhi salam went through, Allah discusses that. And para 13 is where he became a minister and the king of Egypt. And there's so many lessons that we learn. So one thing which we face in our day-to-day, at times in our life, we have some difficulty, some problem. Problems come from Allah. And sometimes Allah puts us in problems and difficulties, hardship. Why? Because Allah is Al-Hakim, He's the most wise. Sometimes Allah puts us in a hardship because He wants the best version of us. When we go through that hardship, we become better. Some of you sitting here may recall you went through some hardship in your life. At the moment you went through the hardship, were you patient or ungrateful? You may think that at that time, why is Allah putting me through this? I pray my namaz, I'm a Muslim, I do good things. Sometimes we utter words of ungratefulness by saying, I prayed namaz today, I gave sadaqah today, and still this problem, hardship has come on me. The most beloved to Allah was the prophets. And from all the prophets, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the most beloved to Allah. He went through hardships. He went through so much difficulty that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned how much I have been frightened for this deen, no one was frightened. And how much I was tortured for this deen, no one was tortured because of this deen. So hardship that comes from Allah, there's better days to come. Sometimes we may recall a hardship in our life that we had at the moment It was hardship. But after that, we made some changes in our life because of that hardship, which we are benefiting from now. If that hardship did not come in our life, we would still be the same. We may have made some changes. Allah sometimes puts us in hardship, so then we can become a better version of ourselves. And we should not be ungrateful to Allah when Allah puts us in hardship, because He is wise, بِيَدِكَ الْخَيْرِ, and His decision is the best. So this is the first lesson that we learn. In this story, we learn where the father and son combined had such qualities of their forefathers. Sabr, being patient, forgiveness, having hope. These were all qualities that their ancestors, their forefathers, Ibrahim alayhi salam, their granddad, Ibrahim alayhi salam had. Yusuf alayhi salam was the beloved of his father. He seen a dream and he narrated this dream to his father. Oh, my beloved father, I've seen in a dream that there's 11 stars and there's the sun and moon and they prostrated to me. Yaqub alayhi salam, Prophet of Allah, heard this dream and mentioned to his son, Ya bunayya la taqsus ru'yaka ala ikhwatik. Do not narrate this dream to your brothers, because he knew they would become jealous. But Yusuf alayhi salam was a child. This was the dream that he had seen. And now the brothers found out. And they were jealous of Yusuf alayhi salam. Look, this jealousy is coming from their own. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam was attacked by his own uncle, his own family. And Yusuf alayhi salam, he's being these jealousies from his own brothers. So now they decided that they would to kill Yusuf alayhi salam. But one of them said, لا تقتلوا وألقوه في غيابة الجب. Put Yusuf alayhi salam, put him in a well. Maybe some travelers will come and they'll find him, but do not kill him. And this is what they agreed to. But for this, they had to take Yusuf alayhi salam from Yaqub alayhi salam. So they said, tomorrow, can you send Yusuf with us? أرسله معنا غدا يرتع ويلعب. We want to go play, we're going to run around and race, and we will take care of him. And they were very strong, powerful. Yaqub alayhi salam said, قال إني لا يحزنني أن تذهبوا به وأخاف أن يأكله الذئب. I fear that a wolf may eat him, and you're unaware. They said, how is that possible? 12 of us that are there, including Yusuf alayhi salam, powerful. We can't take care of our younger brother, we want to take him. So they convinced Yaqub alayhi salam and they took Yusuf alayhi salam. And then put him in a well, and they brought some blood that was on the qamis of Yusuf alayhi salam, and they brought it to Yaqub alayhi salam crying. وَجَاءُوا أَبَاهُمْ عِشَاءً يَبْكُونَ. They came to their father at night crying. We learn from this as well. Every crying person, it does not mean if someone's crying that they're on the right. Sometimes, if someone is crying, we assume that they're on the haqq and they're right. Yaqub alayhi salam's sons, they were also crying, but they were not on the right. So not every crying person will be on the right. Now, they came crying to their father and they said, look, we were running and Yusuf alayhi salam was looking after our belongings, and a wolf came and ate him. Yaqub alayhi salam noticed that there's no cut on his shirt, and what a kind wolf that did not attack his shirt but has just eaten him. This is a lesson where you have grown children in your house. Fathers, you have grown children, and what happens? The children are such an age where they don't listen to their parents. And they do so many things. What did Yaqub alayhi salam do? What did he do? فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ. He was patient. فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ. Did he take them out of the house? Did he kick them out? They stayed with him. And what have they done? They've told their father, this is what's happened. And he knows by looking He's a prophet of Allah. But he kept them. And he said, فَصَبْرٌ جَمِيلٌ وَاللَّهُ الْمُسْتَعَانُ عَلَى مَا تَصِفُونَ. That because of this sabr, what happened? They became regretful what they had done. Now what's happened? Yusuf alayhi salam is in the well. Allah's protected him. Travelers came, caravan came. They needed water. They put the rope down to get with the bucket. And in this, when the bucket came up, they noticed a child. فَأَدَلَا دَلْوَ قَالَ يَا بُشْرَى هَذَا غُلَامٌ. That look, there's a boy that's here. And they took him, and now they went to Misr. They went to Egypt. Yusuf alayhi salam, look at this stage he's gone through. He's been driven out from his homeland to Egypt. And he's enslaved. The prices are going, who wants to buy this child? It was a sign Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that you will be taken out from Makkah as well. Which happened. Now Yusuf alayhi salam, he's being sold in the market, and the minister at the time, the king, he bought Yusuf alayhi salam. And he kept him. Yusuf alayhi salam grew up in his palace. And Allah had given him ilm, Allah had given him knowledge and hikmah and wisdom. And Allah had given him beauty. He was very handsome. Known beauty that Allah had given Yusuf alayhi salam. And the minister's wife, she tried to seduce Yusuf alayhi salam. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected him. And because of this, then he was accused that he tried to seduce her, and because of this he had to spend time in jail. Look at the stage Yusuf alayhi salam, from the brothers, he's been driven out from his homeland, gone to Egypt, from there he was sold, then he's been bought by the king, then from there now he is in prison. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had also given the blessing to Yusuf alayhi salam. He could mention the meaning of dreams. So in his cell there was two prisoners. They had seen a dream, Yusuf alayhi salam, and they asked him that what is the meaning of this dream. Yusuf alayhi salam, he told them, but he referred this knowledge to Allah. ذَلِكُمَا مِمَّا عَلَّمَنِي رَبِّي. Allah is the one that has taught me this. Then he gave them da'wah, invited them. يا صاحبي السجن أأرباب متفرقون خير أم الله الواحد القهار. Only one Allah alone we worship. He gave them da'wah. And one of them that was going to be freed from prison, he went. Now what's happened, the king at the time, he's seen a dream. وقال الملك إني أرى 7 بقرات سمان, 7 fat cows that eat in 7 thin ones. And he was really distressed with this dream. And he asked, is there anyone that can tell me the meaning of this dream? This person that had been come out from prison, he remembered Yusuf alayhi salam. And he said, I will go. So he came back to Yusuf alayhi salam. And he mentioned that, look, this is what the king has seen this dream. So Yusuf alayhi salam had told him, this is the meaning. There's a drought that's going to come in Egypt. So you must start, whatever you start to grow, keep some of it in stock. This is going to come. Now, Yusuf alayhi salam, because he was innocent, he went and he told the person that came to him that his cellmate that was there before, that please mention my case to the king. Tell the king about my case so then they can review and have a look. But he had forgot to do this. فَأَنْسَاهُ الشَّيْطَانُ ذِكْرَ رَبِّي. فَأَنْسَاهُ الشَّيْطَانُ. And then فَلَبِثَ فِي السِّجْنِ بِضْعَ سِنِينَ. Yusuf alayhi salam remained in prison for some more time. Then his case was brought forward, and the king's, the minister's wife admitted that she أَنَا رَاوَدْتُهُ عَنْ نَفْسِي, that I tried to seduce him, وَإِنَّهُ لَمِنَ الصَّادِقِينَ, but he was truthful. وَشَهِدَ شَاهِدٌ مِّنْ أَهْلِهَا. Even a person gave testimony to this. Yusuf alayhi salam now has come out. That is where the 12th juz finishes. 13th para begins now when he became a minister. قَالَ جَعَلْنِي عَلَى خَزَائِنِ الْأَرْضِ. He put himself forward for this task, that make me the minister in charge of this, because he was worthy. If you are worthy of something and you put yourself forward because you think you can take this responsibility better than others, then it's fine. It's not really arrogance. Yusuf alayhi salam put himself forward, and there was no one better than him. So now he's become in charge. And now people that had come from other parts, now the drought has started, there's no food. So everyone would come from different places to take to Egypt to get some food. And his brothers also came. And then Yaqub alayhi salam had realized that his son is alive. And now was the final meeting of Yaqub alayhi salam with his son, where this dream was fulfilled after all this time, where all the 11 brothers and his parents, where they had done this sajda. هذا تأويل رؤياي من قبل قد جعلها ربي حقا. And this happened. This was the dream of Yusuf alayhi salam. And this happened. So we look at these stages now. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, from Makkah he was taken out, driven out of Makkah. He went to Medina. What happened in Medina? Battles took place. Each year they became stronger until Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam conquered Makkah. That same place where he was tortured, now they've conquered, and he was so humble. And at that moment he remembered Yusuf alayhi salam also. What did he say when he put his head down? قَالَ لَا تَثْرِيبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الْيَوْمِ, which comes in Surah Yusuf. What Yusuf alayhi salam had done is what I will do. There's no blame on you. And he forgave them. يَغْفِرُ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ وَهُوَ أَرْحَمُ الرَّاحِمِينَ. He forgave them. He remembered Yusuf alayhi salam at that time as well. So these stages of what he went through, and right at the end we see Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam conquered Makkah, and everything has been done. Look at the early stages, and then look at the end stages now. This is what happened with Yusuf alayhi salam. This was revealed to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam during that time of difficulty, that one day this will happen. You will conquer Makkah, and you will overpower them. And your own people are the ones that will come after you and be against you. And this is what happened to Yusuf alayhi salam. And if we look at the dua that Yusuf alayhi salam made, Tawaffani Muslima, he's making dua to Allah, oh Allah, give me death in a state while I'm Muslim. This is a lesson that we have to make dua. Today we become so content and we feel like we are the most pious. Where Yusuf alayhi salam is making dua to Allah, Allah give me death while I'm in a state of Iman. May Allah give us all, keep us firm in our Iman, and give us husnul khatimah, a good ending on Islam and Iman. He's making this dua, and his forefather Ibrahim alayhi salam made the same dua. إِذْ قَالِ لِبَنِيهِ مَا تَعْبُدُونَ مِن بَعْدِي, O my children, what are you going to do after me? The Quran's mentioning that Ibrahim alayhi salam worried about their belief, their aqidah, their dying in the state of Iman. That is the most successful thing. And if we want to learn how to upbring our children, we learn from Ibrahim alayhi salam, what he had done. So these lessons we learn from the Quran. When we have problems in our life, we have to come back. There's so many lessons in Surah Yusuf. We learn trials and tests that come in our life. There's better days to come. Inna ma'al usri yusra. Time does not allow me to go further. So, alhamdulillah, Surah Yusuf is being completed. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to understand and spread unto others. Ameen. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun ala al-mursaleen. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.